Hi everyone, I'm Susie and I've got another story for you. Now today's story is all about finding something that was lost. So first, let's put our finding skills to the test. Now I've got a little friend here to introduce to you. Say hi to Larry the lamb. This is Larry. Now, Larry is a very good lamb, but he has a very mischievous little brother called Leo, and Leo has been out and about this week getting into all sorts of trouble, and his speciality is getting lost. Now, let me introduce you to Leo. This is Leo. Now, as you can see, he is Larry's little brother because they are quite a different size. But yes, this is Leo, and I'm going to show you 10 photos. And you have got just 5 seconds to find Leo the lamb in each picture. So this is who you're looking for. Leo the lamb. Have a good look at each picture and see if you can spot him hiding. 5 seconds on each picture. Make sure you keep track of your score, and as ever, no cheating. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. Okay, how did you do? I mean, obviously I can't hear you right now, but write down your score somewhere and you can tell us all in our Zoom meeting in a few minutes' time. Now, let's read the story of the lost sheep all together. So it's from Luke chapter 15, verses 1 to 7. Now the tax collectors and sinners were all gathering round to hear Jesus, but the Pharisees and the teachers of the law muttered, "This man welcomes sinners and eats with them." Then Jesus told them this parable. Suppose one of you has 100 sheep and loses one of them. Doesn't he leave the 99 in the open country and go after the lost sheep until he finds it? And when he finds it, he joyfully puts it on his shoulders and goes home. Then he calls his friends and neighbours together and says, "Rejoice with me, I have found my lost sheep." I tell you that in the same way there will be more rejoicing in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous people who do not need to repent. Okay, so I used to read this story and I used to picture a shepherd who had realised that one of his sheep was missing, and so he's put all of his 99 sheep in a pen nice and safe while he went off to find the runaway. But as I read it a few more times, I realised there was no pen. It says he left them in the open country. So the shepherd left 99 sheep on their own with no shepherd to protect them. So that meant they were vulnerable. A wild animal could come and attack the flock, or they could wander off and get lost themselves. Was he daft? The shepherd, was that a silly thing for him to do? Leave 99 sheep and go and find just one that's gone missing? Well, the shepherd in this story is a picture of Jesus, who cares so much about each individual person. Now, the reason that Jesus told this story was because the Pharisees, who were religious people who thought that they knew everything and they had everything right, they were annoyed with Jesus because he kept mixing with sinners, people who didn't get everything right. Now, they thought that the good news that Jesus brought was just for people like them, people who deserved to be saved. So Jesus tells them this story so that they know that God's love is for everyone. The 99 sheep were like the Pharisees. They already knew about God's salvation. But the lost one, the one that Jesus came to find, people like you and me who get stuff wrong, who make silly mistakes, who need some help from time to time. And Jesus came out of his way to find us and bring us back to God. Okay, now I have one last thing to do before we go today. I don't know if any of you have seen the film Christopher Robin. It was released a couple of years ago, and there's this scene where Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh are sitting on a fallen down tree in the 100-acre wood. And Winnie the Pooh says to Christopher Robin, "You're our hero." And Christopher replies, "I'm not a hero, Pooh. I'm lost." And Winnie the Pooh says, "But I found you, didn't I?" And found is exactly where we are. God sent Jesus to find us and bring us back into a wonderful relationship with him. Whatever's going on in our lives at the moment, we are found, we are wanted, we are loved. I want you to see if you can find 5 things to bring along to our meeting tonight. You haven't got long, and I want you to find one thing beginning with each letter of the word found. So something beginning with F-O-U-N-D. Let's see what we all come up with. And we're going to talk a little bit more about being found and what that means and about the story we've just heard in our meeting in a few minutes. So I'll see you there.